Well, he had some pretty bad news for everyone who isn't really into swimming. The biblical adaptation, Noah, tells the famous story of the guy and his ark. Only now they've added some amazing special effects. When you make a movie like this, you pretty much know that you'll get in trouble with various religious groups, as they all have a slightly different interpretation of the events, and they all want the movie to be like their version. Director Darren Aronofsky, however, ignored all of it and made the film as cool as he wanted it to be.
It's not a historical event. It's a mythical event. It's, maybe there was a flood at some point, and I'm sure there were floods, like there was Hurricane Sandy a little bit ago, and, in Fukushima there was a big flood, and clearly every single culture on the world has a flood story. If you're an Aboriginal, if you're from the Amazon, if you're Maya, if you're from China, Japan, or Judeo-Christian Islamic tradition, there's something elemental about this story that connects to us.
My father said that one day, if man continued in his way, the Creator would annihilate this world. It cannot be averted. He speaks to you. You must trust that he speaks in a way that you can understand.
It's a film for people who do believe. It's a film for people who are coming at it, coming to it from a different point of view. So I think that's the important thing to focus on.
The various epics, the Gilgamesh epic of the flood, the Mayan and the Aztecs have a flood mythology, and you have northern states have an ice age, so we don't know.
Nothing is impossible. What do we know? What do we know what it looks like? We see the sun coming up in the morning, we take that for granted. And then the beautiful thing that happens with these creatures as the film goes on, and you understand it, so this rock creature that's scary becomes beautiful.
We build an ark.
Mother! Them!
You don't know your king.
I have men at my back, and you stand alone and defy me.
It was interesting to have this sort of film that's larger than life, this story that's larger than life, and sort of just reveal the humanity behind it, and that's what Darren does so well, is just to explore that and what it must have been like for a family to have to go on this mission, and how they survived that, and how that sort of damages their family.
There were times when I just thought, God, how am I going to do this? How do I express what it might feel like to experience the end of the world, or punishment from God, or your father abandoning you?
You see all these animals, but they're animals that look similar to animals we're used to, but not necessarily exactly the same. So, even though he's doing a biblical story, and the story of that speaks about creationism quite a lot, he's also leaving a large slice of allowance for the theories of evolution as well.
Check out the biblical adventure Noah like you've never seen it before, with lots of action and special effects.
That's the end of everything.
Beginning of everything.